me see. All right, so that's here. Okay, wonderful. Okay.
Hello, Magdi. Namaste.
Yes. Hello, Rahul. Hello, Rahul. Lovely to see you, Rahul. Yes, beautiful. Yes, nice. Very beautiful. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's so lovely to be together, and it's so lovely. The love is what's lovely. Love is, it's not something we do. It's what flows through us. That's what we are. What we are made of. What every cell of our being, and every cell of the universe is this love, this wonderful, wonderful beingness. And you are that. Every ounce of you, every bit of you, every aspect of you is this love, is this beauty. So we are open for that understanding. We are open, we are available. I mean, why would we be available to that which we are? Because we imagine we are something else, you see. We imagine we are something else. So we welcome this understanding. We welcome ourselves as we are. We welcome each other as I am. I recognize you as myself. And that's the only recognition. Whatever appears to me doesn't separate me. I cannot be separated. How could that be? Where would I go? What would I become in this moment of pure being? There is no before or after. In this moment of pure being, there is no better or worse. Because this moment is perfection itself. Because in this moment, there is no room, no space for thinking about something else. Because there is no such thing as something else in this moment of being. There is just being. Something else is a concept, is a notion, an empty notion that has no significance. But when we believe that there is something else, we've divided ourselves, we've separated ourselves from the beingness, from the nowness. Nowness is this eternity, is this totality, is this wholeness. It is in this nowness that we are one. You see, we are one. I am, and I know beyond any doubt that I am, whatever that is. Pure being. The body appears to me as what? An image, a memory, a sensation. When I come to grasp it, it's gone. It's gone. I imagine a permanent body, a fixed body. It's just an imagination. Like a young child has an imaginary friend. We imagine a body. But moment by moment, right now in this moment, what is the body? When you remove all the concepts, images and ideas, stories, memories, what is it right now in this moment? What is it? What am I in this moment of being? This question arises from I, it arises from awareness. It arises from the source asking itself, what am I? I am nothing and everything. I am beyond words, beyond sound, and yet no word and no sound is beyond me, beyond I awareness. It is that which is available to us 24/7. It is that which I am. Borderless, aware presence. God's mind, God's being, universal being. The reality that perceives right now is beyond perception. It's a complete freedom, the freedom of being, the freedom of awareness. Effortless, formless. When you experience problems, you're experiencing imaginary problems that you relate to an imaginary person that you choose yourself to be somehow. That hidden choice, the choice that is the cause of all sorrows, choosing to be somebody, somebody in time and space with the past, the future, past trauma. Future hopes. Images on the screen, you see, images on the screen, that's all they are. Images on the screen. What is the screen right now, this moment, the screen? Formless, yet aware, aware, infinite, borderless awareness, aware of hearing these words, aware of the breath, and aware that it is aware. Awareness, aware, I am aware. I, awareness, am aware. What else? Rivers, mountains, streams. What are they? Conceptual forms. Namarupa, names and forms. Dancing. Appearing, disappearing. Where is the sound of morning rain? The sunshine. The star in the vast galactic realm, all of which is the vast expanse of awareness. There is no beginning or ending to I. Check it out. Where do you start? Where do you end? If thought appears to you, the thought which appears to you does not know. It is not knowing. What is it that knows? What is it? In this entire field of being, this vast field of being, that cannot be located anywhere, and yet it is undeniable. Mountains appear within that vast field of being. Rivers appear within the vastness of being. The sound of these words appears within the vastness of being. The vastness of being does not appear as something, but I know myself as this vastness. Why define yourself according to a stream of thought and a stream of sensation which are constantly flowing? You are the flow, but you do not flow. You never leave yourself to become somebody or something. You celebrate the play of life, of movement, of activity, perceptions and sensations, but do not confuse yourself to be an object, to be a form. You are creative, you are creation, you create. You are all the creation, but you are not created. Look at your night dreams. Infinite creativity. But you are not created. The dreamer dreams all dreams, but is not dreamt. That which you are is already awake. Okay, so if there are any questions, anything that you would like to explore, please make sure you unmute yourself. You can turn on your video if you care. So any questions? Any questions?
Magdi, I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn on the unmute and
Oh, okay.
so
Thank you. Oh, okay.
safety first.
Yes. So any questions? Yes, Holger.
Not really a question, but today I felt such gratitude. I was so fascinated by the vacuum cleaner. I felt gratitude that there's a vacuum cleaner. And then I remembered that some decades ago I was angry with God that things get dirty and that I have to clean things. It was just nice. I mean, some sweet nothingness.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I experienced the last days a lot of dizziness.
Easiness, yes?
No, dizziness.
Dizziness, yes.
Dizziness, yes. But good. I mean, nothing too, it's just interesting, and maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know. But it's not a problem. It's just passes.
We don't think, Holger. the universe thinks.
Hey, Magdi, I was not going to ask a question today because I asked one yesterday, but since nobody's speaking up, and I don't want you to leave, I'd like to, can you talk, what's that?
So there are no rules about how many questions you are allowed.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to ask you, okay, good, because I always feel, well, first of all, I want to let you know, when I hear myself, you send me these recordings and I listen to myself,
Oops, we don't hear you anymore.
So cringeworthy for me. It's just, I cringe like on maybe. So anyway, I just what. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? No.
Yes.
Okay, so I was just saying that when I get the recordings back, I always cringe when I hear myself on these videos. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. But I wanted to ask you something, and that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to say that today you talked about something that really piqued my interest, and you've talked about it before. And it's when you say that we're not created, that to me, I don't know, it just does something to me. I don't know why, but it makes sense. I mean, it feels like it feels like truth to me, because I've always thought of myself as having been created. But we're not created. No, we are the creators, right? As awareness, we create. We don't get created. We create. Is that right? Can you go on? That's all. That's the only question I have. I'll let you take it from there.
Well, if you look at your experience, Frank, in this moment and any moment, you do not appear. The road appears to you, the car appears to you, a thought appears to you, a bodily sensation appears to you, an image appears to you, but you do not appear, right?
Can you say that again, Magdi?
Okay, if you look at your experience, you do not appear. There are images that appear to you. There are bodily sensations that appear to you. Thoughts may appear to you, but you do not appear. Yes?
Yes.
That's your experience, right?
That's right. Yep.
Right. So therefore, if you do not appear, then you do not disappear, because only that which appears disappears, right?
Yes. True. Yep. From my experience, yeah.
So that which does not appear, meaning it's not born, does not disappear, meaning it does not die. That which does not appear and that does not disappear, neither is born nor dies. Yes?
I want to say yes, but I'm still.
I'm just talking about in your experience. In your experience, you don't appear and you don't disappear.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience, you don't perceive that you are born, and you don't perceive that you are dying or that you die. But you do perceive a thought appearing and disappearing instantaneously. You do perceive the sound of this voice appearing to you and disappearing as it appears, right?
Yes.
So therefore, we could conclude from our experience that whatever we refer to as I doesn't appear or disappear, is not born or doesn't die. Just from our experience, it's a simple observation. It has nothing to do with belief. You know, we may believe all sorts of things. I'm talking about just the simplicity of our looking at our experience, basing our understanding upon our experience. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we may believe that we are born and we die, right?
We believe that, yeah.
We may believe that, right? Right?
Yep.
Now, if you have an option between the belief and between your direct experience, let's say you have to choose one or the other. You cannot choose both, okay? if you are given the option, you have to choose either from your experience, you don't have any experience of you being born or dying, or the belief that you are born and you will die. Which choice will you make? Which straw? You have two straws. Which straw you're gonna pull?
Can you give me those two straws again?
One.
Because I'm having trouble picking things up today. But go ahead, if you can, if you don't mind.
Of course. The first option is based on my experience. Okay, my experience tells me I perceive thoughts that appear and disappear. I perceive perceptions that appear and disappear, but I do not perceive that which perceives. I don't perceive I appearing or disappearing.
True. Okay.
That's choice A. Okay. Choice B is, I appear and I disappear. I appear in 1959 and I will disappear in the year 2034. Which this is option B. Yeah. Which option you will choose? A. It's option A. Because B, it seems like I've never had an experience where I thought, gee, I'm not here. Right. So stick with option A. Right. Yeah. Why? Because experience. Because your experience validates it. Your experience validates it. Your experience never says to you. But again, I don't want to put words in your mouth. But it never says to you, I'm experiencing that I'm beginning right now, and I'm ending now. You never experience I'm beginning here. I'm beginning. No, you experience the sunset beginning, the sunset beginning, and the sunrise beginning and the sunset. You experience that. You experience a toothache or a headache beginning, and the toothache and has ended. Yes, but you do not experience I. But when you talk about, you were talking about creation tonight, which I don't usually hear you talking about creation, because that's usually something I've heard. Like when I was a Christian Scientist, I heard a lot about creation there and things like that. And that's where I like tonight. It's really like bells went off. Like what does that mean? As far as created versus the created, creation versus creation, created versus creator. Right. The created has a beginning and an ending. I create the Empire State Building. I make it a design. I build it, etc. After 5,000 years, an earthquake happens and it's gone. That's it. Created. The created. Yeah. You see. So we say that I am not created. I'm not created, meaning I have no beginning and no ending. In my direct experience, I don't experience the beginning or an ending to I, right? I don't experience, I've just been created now. Okay, and tomorrow, I'm ending now, right? That's just a belief. So that's the created, that which is created has a beginning and an end. And that which is created has a creator. Because it doesn't come out of thin air. Out of thin air, nothing appears. And out of his thing, no thing appears. Whatever appears arises out of its source. So right now there is an appearance. There is this perception, right? It's undeniable. Yep. Okay, it's undeniable. Now, we could say that perception is created and dissolves in a second, and another one appears and disappears. But they're happening so quickly. It feels like it's the same. It's not changing. But if you think about what Frank looked like when he was 12 years old, and the Frank that looks at now, you realize, wait, things have changed, right? If you look at the weather, what the weather was like 2 months ago and the weather now, you realize, wait a minute, it's changed. But now if you look at the weather now is the same 10 minutes ago than now. But in fact, it's not the same. It's not the same. But we don't have the very, very, very fine instrument. We don't have a very fine instrument to detect the slight change in the weather. You see, because the body is not a very, very sophisticated computer to detect the weather. It only detects the weather for its survival. So when it's really, really cold, we put on a coat, we close the door. When it's warm, we open the door, we go outside, we breathe the fresh air, or we turn the fan on, basically. So that which is created has a certain qualities, certain phenomenal qualities. Now you look at your experience right now, you perceive this perception, yes? Now, this perception, which is constantly changing, right? But doesn't matter. Forget about it constantly changing. Where is it? Where is it? Is it out there somewhere? Is it in your computer? Is it in your dashboard? Is it in your wallet? Is it inside your brain? If somebody cuts your brain open now, they're going to find this image. Will they find this image? They will not find this image. So what is this perception that you're perceiving right now? Obviously, you cannot deny it, right? We're not denying it. But where is it?
No location.
No location. No location.
But it seems like there is, but there isn't. There can't be, because where is it?
Right. Well, no location. Now, if you ask yourself, where is I? Where is I? If you ask yourself, where is the pen? You say, well, the pen is on the table. If you ask, where is my car? My car is in the garage. Where is the lasagna? It's in the refrigerator. But when you ask, where is I? You find no location. But you cannot deny I, you cannot deny. But there is no location, right? So think about it. We determined on one hand that this perception has no location. Just a minute ago, right? And now we're saying I also has have no location, right? So they're both in the same location, which is no location. So in terms of the creation, it's fascinating because the image, which you could say is a creation, is located in the same location as I, which is a non-location. You got what I said?
Yeah. Yes.
So creation and the creator and the knower, the perceiver of the creation, they're all located in the same non-location, which is no location. They're all the same. This is why we say awareness, consciousness, reality appears as this perception. It only appears as this perception. It appears as this perception which has no location, which we could say is a universe. We could say it has a universal location or no location, whichever, it doesn't matter. Now, that which we perceive and that which is perceived are one and the same, right? They're not separate. Now, why do we perceive? What is this perception about? What is it? Why do we perceive? I don't know. We perceive, I would say, well, first we have to be clear that which perceives is not an object. And that which is perceived is not an object. Because we just determined that this perception is has no location, and has no location, therefore it's non-objective. So both the perceiver and the perceived are objectless. The perceiver and the perceived object, meaning I and this perception are objectless. We are one, we're not two, and we are objectless. We are not made out of matter. We're formless. So you're arriving to, holy cow. So it is objectlessness or formlessness, which is experiencing itself as this conversation. Yeah, you could say that's true, because you've looked into it. You've looked into it and you did not find an object, such as a perception, for example, which is outside of you, right? You did not find any object outside of you. You did not find this perception outside of you. And we've determined that you is formless, is nowhere to be found, has no beginning and no ending, meaning you are not made out of things, whatever things are. So then you go, holy cow, I formless whateverness. I'm a formless whateverness. I'm experiencing somethingness, which is nothingness, out of myself. Why am I saying out of myself? Because there is zero distance. There is no separation between the perception, which is nowhere to be found, and you, which is nowhere to be found. Now, of course, keep in mind, Frank, that all of this conversation is just a model, okay? It's a model. We're playing with Legos. We're playing with Legos, me and you. It's a model. Why? Because there is nothing that you could say about reality that could truly capture what reality is, because it's formless. So we're using metaphor. We're using our whole language is a metaphoric language. And we understand each other because we are in the same vibration. We're right now in the same vibration of understanding. So we're understanding through the words. We're not understanding the words, because the words are just freaking sounds. That's all they are, sounds. But we're understanding through the words, through those sounds. We're understanding something which is beyond the sound. We're understanding the essence of the vibration. Now, you could ask yourself, still within the realm of models, why are we perceiving? And how are we perceiving? Well, why is very simple. Is consciousness, one of the attributes of consciousness is perception. It loves to play. It doesn't like a blank state. That's why the sky, you look up at the sky, wow, blue, very clear. You look out 2 hours later, you find all sorts of things in the clouds. It's all God's play. God loves to play. Awareness is creative. It's creating. It's not creating something, that is existing in time and space, and after 1,000 years, a year, there are no years within consciousness. Consciousness is not in the mood to play the game of time. It is eternity. It only plays in galactic fields. The galactic field is about 758 trillion light years of time and space. It doesn't play in the year 2000, the year 2021, the year 2034. It doesn't play in that game. It plays in the game, in the garden of eternity. Yes, eternity. So why is? Because consciousness is creative, likes to express itself, likes to play. Then you say, well, what about this human mind? What is this human mind? This human mind is a portal through which consciousness is right now playing the game of a conversation of Magdi and Frank and Satsang. It's just a portal. Now, does it mean that this is what consciousness is about? No, consciousness is infinite. Infinite meaning infinite potential. You cannot conceive infinite potential, but you can get a sense of infinite potential because you are this infinity. You are this eternity. You, not you, Frank, but you the reality of Frank, the reality of being is this eternity and this infinity. Now,
so Maggie, a couple of weeks ago, sorry breaking in, but a couple of weeks ago, you said something about this too. You said that, which I really thought I found it really, really interesting, that you said, how could we be created? Like, where would we have been if we were,
yes.
we'd have to be watching ourselves be created, right?
Yes.
That's the only position we could ever be in, is to be, because we'd have to be there. So go ahead, take it from there.
Yes, I mean, to anything that is created has something that perceives it, that knows it. You can't just be speaking out in the complete vacuum. Oh, well, the universe was created, but to whom? To what? What is saying that? What is speaking that? What is knowing that? Something is there speaking about creation, saying this has been created, this hasn't been created. So if I have been created, obviously I've been created from something, from somewhere. From where? Wherever I've been created from, is that something outside of myself? No, you can only be created out of yourself. You're only created out of yourself, because whatever created you has his imprint in you, has their imprint in you. So if you look at yourself and you ask yourself, well, okay, let's say I've been created. What is the imprint of my creator within me? Is it my nose? Is it my finger? Is it my hair? Is it my thoughts? Where is the imprint of the creator within me? And you will find that the imprint of the creator within you is all of it, is everywhere. It is in your perceptions, in your sensations, in your thoughts, in your feelings, and it is in you as awareness. In you as awareness. Because the creator left within its creation itself. It cannot create something where it does not leave something of itself. When you write a poem, or when you write a letter, there is something of yourself within that letter or within that poem. When you build a house or when you plant a plant, there is something within yourself that is in that which you have created. In us, there is the same thing. There is something within ourselves which is from the creator. Now, if you look at what is it, and you say, well, it is this, but not that. If you say it is this, but not that, on what ground would you say it is this and not that? On what ground would you exclude? Would you exclude something? Why would you exclude the birds? Why would you exclude the rain? Why would you exclude New York City? Why would you exclude the thoughts of Joe, who is right now in New Delhi or in Chicago? You cannot exclude anything. On what basis would you exclude anything? You can exclude whatever you want to exclude because it is your choice. Because what is within you also is the freedom. The freedom of the creator is your freedom. The sense of freedom that we have is not a freedom that you have because you were born in a wealthy country and you have a healthy body and wealthy parents. No, that's BS. That's not freedom. That's just a certain circumstance. Freedom is not a physical freedom. Freedom is from within. So you are free to exclude whatever you want to exclude because you want to play the game of exclusion. So the game we play is, I am this body, but I am not that body. Okay. What I say to that is, sounds like a cool game if you want to play it. If it makes you happy, play it. If it makes you unhappy, don't complain because you are choosing to play this game. You see.
Well, this makes me feel like, I don't know if it's the body mind that feels this, but there's a sense of empowerment that comes with that idea that we're not the created. So that's what I was feeling when you were talking about that earlier. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
this is not, it's very, yeah, very,
yeah.
very empowering.
Right, because if you consider yourself to be created, then you are limited. You're limited, right? You're limited. Whatever is created has a certain clock to it, a certain time clock to it. But in our experience, we have the belief that we are created, but not the experience of being created. We have that belief. As a society, we believe that we are created. We are the body-mind created. We are born and we're about to die. That's a belief that's never from experience. Because from experience, we are just this presence. We are presence. We are this awareness, this transparent awareness. You see? So stick with your experience because you will see that it's true. And if you look at your belief that you are created, that you are limited, on what basis would you say you are limited? The only way to say you are limited if you say, I am the body. Body is limited, 150 pounds, 180 pounds, it's 40 years old, it's gonna live, it's limited. But on what basis would you, meaning consciousness, awareness, say, I am the body? What is the, what is the proof of that? We see that awareness is a body. You see. You have to investigate that. And you will come eventually to, I don't know. I have no proof. It could be that awareness is a body, it could be awareness not a body. So then, if you don't know, then you don't hold on to any belief. You say, okay, I don't know. So, it could be this, it could be that. I don't know, so I have no belief. It's great because when you arrive to no belief, you have arrived to freedom from belief. And consciousness is freedom from belief.
Great. All right, Magdi, thanks so much. This is, I've got a ways to go with this, but this is such a huge step for me in that direction of understanding.
Okay, Frank.
Thanks.
Okay, see you, Frank. Yes. Okay.
Magdi?
Yes, George, hello.
Hi, hello. Recently, I sensed that what you did, the investigation, is a big thing for me. In a sense that to contemplate that something could be otherwise, it can have such profound effect. I felt as if I take things that had been fixed, I dare to say, could it be otherwise? Maybe then I arrive eventually in as you said, I don't know. And I have, as if I have disidentified myself with something. The moment I contemplate, could it be otherwise?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And for me, maybe it was the biggest one, like suffering accumulated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, could it be a different way to live this life?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank, for the question that alluded, incited such answer from Magdi.
Yes. Also, like if you look at our experience, our experience is always now. Now. It's always now, and this now is not, doesn't have in it space for before and after, because it's just so full of now. It's so full of now that it's complete. It's total. It's all full. That's our experiences of now. So then we ask ourselves, could the now be otherwise? Could the now be otherwise? What is otherwise? What would otherwise be outside of a thought about otherwise? Otherwise, it's just now, and now is the vastness of being, and this now is not made out of different pieces. It's not made out of this piece and this piece, and no, it's complete. Boom! It's complete. It's complete. It's so complete that there is no room for any object. There's no room for object. You can't like get into the now with a chisel and a hammer and make some space and squeeze in an object. Say, here it is. You can't. Now it's full of now. So you cannot squeeze into the now a me, a character. There is no. The only character that exists in the now is an imagination, is the now choosing to play the game of I'm a character, I am divided, I am somebody, I lived in the past, I have a future. It's just all the now. It is all the now. Because in the now, there is absolutely not one drop of past and not one drop of future. So this now cannot lack something, because to lack something is to somehow imagine a past and say, oh, in the past there was more, and this now there is less. So this now is not enough. Or to think, oh, in the future there is going to be, I don't know, more now, more something. And so this now is not enough because we need to push it quickly to get to the future, because there is going to be more. There's more in the future. It's such a wild game that I am playing, because who is the other player? I mean, I don't know, there's no gun in my head telling me play this game, I'm playing this game, you say I'm playing this game. And we are free to play whatever game we want. This is our freedom, which is beautiful, because in the now is complete freedom. It is complete creativity. There are no rules to the now. No rules to the now. Now, I'm going to add that in the now, the now can take on the form of an understanding. It can take on the form of understanding the now. So the now can understand the now. And in this understanding, it understands that everything is the now. You, myself, my grandmother, your grandmother, the father, the birds, the ocean, the future galaxies, the past galaxies, it's all the now. Everything, because it's only the now. The now is absolute. In this understanding, I am you, I and you are like the same movement. We're the same movement. We're the same. You have, I'm so happy. Oh my God, you have a beautiful happiness, beautiful house, beautiful money, beautiful family. I'm so happy because you are me, you see. And this is how. And so understanding, there is understanding. Now can take on the form of understanding. And when it takes the form of understanding, then the form that it can take of suffering and misery and all of that is change. It changes. It changes. And that's a beautiful change. Actually, I love this change because I love this dance, this harmonious dance, the harmony, I like that, the harmony, the dance together, you see. We're together in the same hall, in the same boat, in the same room, in the same party. I like that. It's nice. It's nice. I'm not envying you or wanting something from you or hoping you love me, or I'm not going to love you if you're not a good guy. No. So this is the beauty of understanding, which we refer to as wisdom, with the wisdom, the understanding about truth, about what we are, about reality, you see. Yeah. So.
You just helped me realize that love in duality is inevitably transactional.
Yes.
A give and take. And the non-duality one is we are together in love. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, because although consciousness is nothing, it's also everything. It's also everything. It loves itself. It recognizes itself in each other, and we recognize everything.
Who is there to love who? We are all one. Thank you.
Right. We are the love. You see, that's it. We are the love. We are the love. We are the love. That's meditation. Meditation is the recognition of the borderlessness, that the world and I and thou are one. That's meditation. Okay, thank you, George. Yes.
Magdi, you just blew my mind.
Oops. That's a good thing.
No? Yeah, wonderful. So my suffering for so long, my misery, it's just belief. It was just belief.
Yes.
Just belief.
It's a belief, right? Belief. And this belief, if you look at belief in a way, because there is no validity for a belief. Because if it was valid, then it's not the belief anymore. Because there is no validity for the belief, then the belief can only be your choice. I mean, you are choosing to believe. You say you're choosing to believe. And of course, also you can choose to remain unknowing. And to be unknowing is so beautiful because you're open. You're open. And when we're open, then, my God, there's so much I can get from you. I can just to get, as a way of speaking, I can enjoy you. I can enjoy you as that openness. In this openness, we are like children. We are like children playing in the playground. You see, there is an innocence. There is an innocence, and there is a sense of play and a giggle.
It's amazing. So much space.
Yes.
Yeah. And what a misery it can be.
Yeah. You see, the misery is not a real misery, because if it was a real misery, then it would be really, we take the misery with a grain of salt. You say, oh yeah, misery, yeah, but no, misery.
Thank you.
It's a game of misery. Like when we sit down, we watch a drama in the movie. Oh, she was very good and very happy, and he left her, he went to somebody else, and he broke her heart, and she's so miserable.
Magdi, I totally understand you, and I feel so sorry for you. I mean, this was really horrible.
Yes, I acted it really well. I got your compassion going. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. Any questions? Mm. Okay, well, very lovely to be with you all. It's always so beautiful. Mina,
Thank you so much, Magdi.
Kelly, hey Kelly, Olga, George. Hello, Karen. Holly, Malcolm,
Thank you.
Richard, Frank, Patrick, Ola, Jenny, Lisa, Lisa,
Thank you, Magdi.
Sylvia, hello, Maria, Desmond,
Thank you, Magdi.
Zoe, hi Zoe,
Thank you, Magdi. That was incredible. So beautiful.
yes, Marga. Okay, love you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Magdi.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.